What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight 8610, and today we have our Yugioh Arc-v episode 22 discussion video for you guys. Or maybe it's a review. I don't know if I should start calling these reviews or discussions. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. Anyway, we finally have the duel where it is rituals and flip effect monsters versus Yugioh. So this fortune teller girl named Miru. Yeah, it's like Quacky Miru. That's how I guess memorize it, but Miru evidently is her name. And she is supposedly the love of her dreams or something like that. She's foretold that's going to be the person she's going to duel against, and it's Yugioh. So she was a little bit disappointed with that, evidently. This is a pretty good duel, though. It's not as bad as the other ones. I will say that. I'm really happy about that. The last two duels, you know, with the quizzes, and then with the cooking, those were a little bit too much on the theme. This is not that way. They don't hammer it in your head the whole time about, oh, well, this is, you know, quiz show, or, oh, you know, we're going to cook, you know, so all the monsters are food. Ha, see, we're clever. No, it's not that with this one. Yeah, there's some fortune-telling stuff, and I did like seeing, you know, some of the different fortune teller cards and stuff in there. You know, see some of Sartorius's cards, the Arcana Force. So I thought that was kind of cool. We at least saw one of those. I think it was actually Lovers on there, so which makes sense. And yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool to see those and everything. But it's not too much on the theme, you know. So I'm glad to see that. This one is not nearly like the other ones. It was actually a pretty good duel. Well, so far, this of course 2-part duel. And anyway, she basically is using flip effect monsters and stuff. Yugioh can't even summon his first turn. He can't do anything. He like drew all his cards. He can't pendulum summon. Doesn't have the right stuff for that. And so she's even able to go direct attack. And the funny thing is when he tries to go, which I like how they're doing this a lot more now, where he's trying to use one of the action cards to save him. It's like, well, I didn't draw good. Oh well, that's, you know, we'll just use an action card. That's what they're there for. And he gets another one of those traps. And it's like, I forgot what she said the chances of getting one of the traps, like the bad luck trap thing it's actually called. And it was like, you know, really, you have to have really bad luck to get this. And it does 800 damage to you. So of course he takes 800 damage and gets a direct attack. So I like how they're doing that, because I never like the idea of the action spells in a way, because it's that way. You know, it's the card that will always save you kind of thing. And I don't like that. You know, I'd like it better if they just, I like the idea better if they just draw the card when they need it, you know, whenever it's, you know, things are bad, instead of just, oh, I'm going to run over here, get this card, and I'll say no. I don't know, but I am liking how they're starting to do the traps a lot more, and showing that, well, maybe you shouldn't go for that action card, you know, maybe it's not the best idea. So I am glad that they're kind of doing that a lot more. Anyway, with this, of course, just like the other duels, you know, in the beginning, it's not going Yugioh's way on that. He's getting destroyed and everything, and the girl finally ends up going for ritual summoning. And here's something that kind of annoyed me on this episode. It's not really a big problem. It's just, you know, something that annoyed me. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way. But they talk about flip effect monsters and everything, and everyone's all, you know, like, what are flip effect monsters? They're all kind of, you know, like they have been with synchro stuff, and which is okay. I still find it to be funny that really, I mean, you guys have dueled, of course, plenty of times, right? And flip effects freak you out, really? I mean, we've had flip effects for a long time. But not only that, is that whenever she goes for a ritual summon, what she's able to do, because her flip effect monsters basically search for the cards she needs, like kind of like the Manju cards, Manju and Senju kind of thing. Or that's what they remind me of, where she's able to get the monster and then the spell. Well, they didn't act like they were surprised at all about ritual summoning. They actually went for it. I was like, okay, now this is really going to freak them out. No, they're like, what are ritual monsters? Who cares? Everyone has those, right? What? I don't know, it was just me. I was like, really? You would think you would act more about that on the flip effect monsters. And then when you get to ritual monsters, you'd be like, oh man, you know, I figured it would be like, you know, fusions and everything else we've seen, synchros, exceeds, all other stuff. And of course, pendulum monsters, how they absolutely freak out. But ritual monsters, you get no respect again. What's going on with that, Konami? But yeah, I was kind of surprised though. I was like, really? You know, I figured they'd freak out once they saw a ritual monster. But yeah, Yugioh's able to finally pendulum summon. I believe he summons, you know, all the monsters he has in his hand, so he ends up getting like 4 of the Performa Pals, and then of course Odd Eyes on there. And yeah, the ritual monster and all that too, she's able to stop his attack, send them all to defense mode, and then that's basically the end of the episode. So not many turns in these. I kind of wish if they would stop on some of the build up on certain things. Maybe they could, you know, have the whole duel in one episode. I don't know. Maybe that would be too quick on certain things, but I feel like I've said before, I feel like these episodes where you have a duel that lasts more than one episode, I feel like this should be more like the boss duels, or, you know, or there should be more on the line than just trying to get to a tournament. But, I don't know, whatever. It was a pretty good duel, so, I mean, whatever on that. Another thing is, too, at the beginning of this episode, which I should talk about, is that how he, still has polymerization. He's looking at it, and, of course, since he, dropped all his cards and everything, got them all mixed up, I figured, of course, he would have polymerization in the deck, and it looks like that's the case, because, I guess, spoiler warning, whenever you see the like the preview for the next episode, you can see that he ends up drawing polymerization, which is no surprise that he's going to end up using, I guess, Beast Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I guess is what we're going for. Today it was revealed that we also have another fusion for Odd Eyes, which I'm going to talk about in a separate video. I don't know which one's going to be uploaded first. But it's Rune Eyes Pendulum Dragon. That's one of spellcasters. Beast Eyes use beast monsters in the fusion. So, can't wait to see which one he's actually going to use. I assume it's going to be Beast Eyes, because that makes more sense. And I think the Rune Eyes one will, because it is stronger and everything, I think it will be used in the tournament, possibly. But who knows? I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. I think Beast Eyes is a pretty cool card. I wish it had a little bit stronger of an effect in some ways on there, but I guess it depends what beast monster you used with it. So, yeah, sounds pretty cool. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about this episode. You excited about the next episode? Not so much. What do you think of this duel? For me, I liked it a lot better. Way better than the quiz one. Way better than the cooking one. I would say to anyone, I think people should watch Arc-v, but I would say skip the cooking episode and skip the quiz one. This one is worth watching. Hopefully the next one will be the same. I don't know, because we'll have one more duel after this, then we get to that tournament stuff. I really think the tournament's going to be awesome. I think that's going to be, really cool seeing all these other, like, dark duelists and all, too. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, tell me what you guys think, of course. Thank you for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Pretty good episode, so I suggest checking it out. And, of course, I will catch you guys later. See ya.